everyone, and welcome back to a first roundtable in absolute yonks. I'm MasakoX, and this is the What If Roundtable. The real What If is the friends we made along the way. I'm MasakoX, I've said that 3 times already. But hey, good news! The whole gang is here!
Yay!
That is, of course, Sophie B.
Hello! It's good to be back.
And, of course, Haverock.
Hello!
Yeah, so it's been a while. And the reason why is because I've been on vacation for a while, so it's been on and off, so it's been a bit inconsistent about when I can actually stream. So first of all, I was up in Northumberland, taking in the sights and sounds of the sand up there. Very nice. Had a little bit of a break, then went with the in-laws and some of my family for a nice vacation in Wales. We just got back today. And I will tell you, the legends are true. There are loads of sheep there. Arthur was in heaven because she's a sheep. She's meant to be a herding dog. So she was wanting to herd all the sheep. But anyway.
Really, Masako? Whale is a giant mammal. You cannot live there.
Well, I missed you. Oh, yeah. So we got that. And then next week I'll have a long weekend at Center Parks or something. It's like a holiday resort or something. So I'll have that. So that'll be fine. But then September, we are coming back to the regular routine. And I will tell you, if I remember correctly, next week is going to have a humdinger in terms of a what if. Nice one shot, but it's a humdinger. And we will, I shall let Hav and Sophie know what it will.
Oh, I am so curious.
So, yeah. So, you have the
that's
react.
a good one.
Yes, it's a very often asked one, but you will have to be ready for next week for that. But anyway.
Yeah.
So this is the What If Roundtable. If you are new, thank you very much and welcome for your subscription. This is where if you leave a super chat, not only will you be helping supporting the channel, excuse me, you'll be helping supporting the channel, but also it'll get noticed by our moderators who are standing by, as well as Hav and Soph.
Hello.
And these do go on to become fully fledged videos. So your contributions here will mean a lot. So who knows? You might see your super chat coming in for a video in the future. And
the
it
best
has been
proof is like your guys asking for years for what if there was.
yes.
Good. Part 3 is already written. Okay, I did it.
Yes.
It was sent.
You will get that in September. Once I've put my eye on it, then we should be good to go. But anyway, let's kick things off because I noticed we had a $100 super chat.
Oh boy.
We gotta start that off because from Metal Paper Mario. So let's kick things off with that one. What if GT Goku used the Room of Spirit in time to age himself back to what he was before the wish on the Black Star Dragon? Since Dende did upgrade the room and it would only take maybe a month. Good point. But that upgrade, I don't think... Was that implemented in Z? Or was that like a super thing?
If we presume that it got implemented during the gap between the end of the Boo saga and end of Z, which we now know is where Super takes place in, right? If we presume that it was implemented and stuff, I think it would still be a bad scenario for Goku to age himself that way because, I mean, at best he might be able to age himself up to maybe 18 to 19 years old to try and get his body at a more adult level so it could take more of his power. But the problem is that the Room of Spirit and Time is a real sticky wicket. It's a heck of a problem when it comes to going in there and spending time in there alone. Like, Vegeta's a little bit psychotic, which kind of explains why he's able to do it so much, but Goku himself has outright said, like, by himself, he wasn't even able to really handle the Room of Spirit and Time all that well as a kid. He probably wouldn't be able to handle it all that well much better as an adult. And most of the time he ever uses it, he's using it in tandem with someone else in training, whether it be Vegeta or Gohan or someone. So unless we wanted to maybe say have Goku and Goten go in there, perhaps maybe even take Trunks along so that they could also be aged up to the appropriate age now that they're stuck as kids in Super. But I think it would be too mentally exhausting to use that as the key to getting him back to kind of like physical adulthood. Because he'd have to be in there for what, 6-7 years
at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a good point. But yeah, thank you.
If he did, he would probably go crazy. Like, there's no.
Well, crazier probably. I mean, mind you, in Super nowadays, it seems to be water off a duck's back to them now. But at the time of GT, they would have actually remembered that, hey, this is meant to be a place of hell. So, yeah. Let's remember that. Okay. We got Dark Snake X5. And by the way, if you do leave it a $50 super chat or higher, you do get to leap the queue, as it were. Just so you know.
Yeah.
So
get to jump the queue.
You do get to jump the queue, but that's the only way that you do. So just so you know. Dark Snake X5. Mirror. These weakling civilians are no match for me. Unknown. Guys, it's Cyberbuster time. Oh, it's like Ranch. Red Cyberbuster. Trucks. Blue Cyberbuster. Green Cyberbuster. Mita from Purple Cyberbuster. Great Cyberbuster. Oh, it's Ranch, Trunks, Goten, Mita, and Condra. Oh, that's cool.
My God.
Oh,
let's do it, guys. It's morphin' time.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. The five kids of the what if verse. It just works. It works so well.
That would be Nappa versus Goten. It would, like, we would have Nappa versus Goten there, though.
Yeah, that is very true. It would be the Nappa.
Get a proper Sentai team out of it's just what Saban Entertainment wanted when they first got Dragon Ball.
Oh, of course. Absolutely, of course. All right. Okay. So we got Brendan Little next. Since boxer Capsule Corp Goku enjoys being a mechanic and working on cars and bikes, wouldn't that make him a grease monkey? I played the relevant sound there, but at the same time, Brendan, you get a...
excellent.
You get the excellent from me, because that's a good pun. That's good. I didn't think about that. Good job. Okay, Bidronius. Apparently this is Viper Phoenix. New name, cause rebranding. So, Bidronius is Viper. Just people know. Okay. Alright. So, part 1. What if Babidi arrived early to Earth and witnessed the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Cell fight and saw how angry Gohan was? This is part 2. Hey Cell, do you know how the bell tolls for? What are you blabbering? Punched in stomach. Gohan, it tolls for thee. That is very good. It's, you know, if it wasn't the murder of one's own child or children, you wanted me to define filicide. If it wasn't that one, it would be that. All right, and then just Cell's response. Oh. Just like, yeah. But back to the question of what if Babidi arrived early to Earth and witnessed the fight? Probably if you wanted to get Majin Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan wouldn't be a bad shout. Because, yeah, Gohan is a good bean, but he's not when he's right there, because he's not done ripping his wings off this butterfly. Yeah.
Is that a red flag? Crimson.
Is that red flag, eh? I do enjoy me some red flags. Indeed, 6 of them. I'm going to 6 Flags on this boy.
Oh, Master, I'm not the king of all demons, and even that sounds kind of creepy. But yeah, if he did, potential good candidate, but ultimately I don't think it would work out. It would probably, like, not really be... It wouldn't... I don't think it would work. But it'd be cool to see, though. Right.
Got a new $50 super chat.
Oh, we got 50. Tiger Fire. What if Shenron was mortal and became more of a major character? And by mortal, I mean on Goku's level. And I wanted to say mortal instead of being a human or Saiyan, and probably a D&D Dragonborn version of himself.
So like a
Tiger-
humanoid bipedal dragon man person.
Yeah. Dragon Man? Oh, boy! That sounds cool.
Dragon person.
I mean, one of his powers, like, they wouldn't need a raider because he could sense Dragon Balls, but, you know, every wish would drain him a little bit of his energy. That's an interesting premise, you know, like...
I mean...
Could be interesting on Namek if he could sense the Namekian Dragon Balls, you know?
It's a potential April Fool candidate. Because
yeah,
April Fools don't just have to be silly. They just have to be what ifs that would not make any sense normally.
yes.
So they get the pass. So, you know, potential April Fool candidate. But I like that because, again, Toyotaro wants to try and do things with dragons. And as we know from a recent interview, Toyotaro still needs permission from Toriyama. Like, things that Toriyama... It's only okay if Toriyama wants to do it. And if Toriyama wants to do it, then Toyotaro gets to do it. So it's like, man, after 6 years, he still doesn't really have full control. Ooh.
Well, I mean, Toriyama's probably interested in keeping as much of a grip on the series as he can manage until he's properly prepared to retire. So.
Yeah, true.
I mean, we all know that he really didn't like people meddling with it back when he was specifically, you know, the creator, and his editors would always get on his case. So now he's like, you know, okay, I have somebody to help me, but I still want it to, you know, be my thing.
Yeah, you do also see examples of Toriyama actually going back and being the editors of his heyday and going, I don't like this, go back and change it. So it's feeling like, oh man, he's now taking it out on Toyotaro, bless him. Oh. But yeah, so in relation to the actual idea, if Shenron were, that could be a good compelling thing, good character development, and understanding how Goku and Shenron would interact being equals, given their history and heritage and stuff.
It's not something that we can answer quickly, but something that we would keep in mind.
Yeah, we can definitely keep this in mind, Tiger Fire. So, yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. All right, back to Bidronius. Yeah. Yeah, this is, like, in relation to the Raditz sent to Earth. Kakarot.
Thank you, Nappa.
Haha! It's just Nappa, little guy.
Nappa. Papa!
Oh, my heart just
My
skipped a
heart!
beat.
My heart!
Oh, and the role play continues with the next one, and this is two-parter. It's Berry Blue.
Now make sure you do your homework. Wouldn't want to disappoint your father now, Kuriza. Yes, Mom. Thank you, Nana.
Nickname for... Oh, that's cute. Berry Blue pauses at the door, then walks out. After the door closes, you see a smile and a single tear fall down her cheek.
Ah, yes.
Aww.
It reminds me of when Frieza was a wee young lad.
Yeah, I like Berry Blue. Berry Blue is the one that can talk smack about Frieza and he doesn't care. He's like, it's great.
It's one of my favorite new characters, like, honestly.
Yeah, and I still find it surreal. It's Veronica Taylor voicing her. But it's cool, though. You know.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
My name's Berry Blue at the Freezer Empire, and I've already got 2 Freezy Pops.
All right, here we go. It's a Revelation F1 act now. Chilai finds adult video.
What's this?
Yamcha covers her eyes. Don't look! Kit covers her ears. Change the video! Frieza accidentally turns the sound up. No, it's excuse me. What on earth is going on? He walks through the doorway. His eyes just pop out. His head just turns slightly. Oh my goodness, I didn't know you humans could do that.
Sounds like exactly the kind of gag that would have occurred on Firefly.
To be honest, this is just like Revelation F is just turning into a melange of different things.
Yeah.
Different sci-fi series. All jammed
Ultimately,
together.
I mean, Galactic Rolls, the Pathfinder campaign I was doing with oh no, it was another
Not Pathfinder, Fate.
Fate campaign. Sorry, it's been a long time. Fate campaign that Hav and I worked on. Ultimately, it'd be really cool to like make that a proper project, like make that a proper series. That would be a lot more Firefly. But Revelation F, this is a good halfway house, I think. But who knows? You might see a Galactic Rolls animation someday. Just saying. But anyway, Sam Hennis. Hi team, been a while. Hope all is well. It is indeed, Sam. Thank you. What if Bio Broly was good? The movie one, not his moral alignment. How would you fix that movie and make it good? Well, Sam, we did do a video on that yesterday. So, if you want to see our Have an Eyes video about the topic, do check out yesterday's video. We said the worst Broly is not as bad as you think it is. So, there you go.
The biggest problem comes with the fact that they render him no longer Broly.
Yeah. Which basically was a huge part of the premise of yesterday's video, because that's the point. Like, it could be anyone.
Yeah. When he turns into the whole muck monster thing, it's like, well, that could be anything. That could be anyone. So just make it so that he doesn't, so that you still have Broly, or at least a Broly adjacent character working in there to get it, you know. Yeah, I hadn't watched the video, and I could still tell you the worst thing about Bio Broly was that it's not a Broly movie.
Yeah.
It's like a Broly-esque movie. Sounds like a movement almost. And yet Gobi said that the joke would be that Chilai, after seeing the adult video, is completely unfazed by it. It's just like, I imagine probably it's just, I don't know what her planet's like, but it'd be just like, I can imagine her just being like, just like, not for me. It's like, or something like that. Again, it's just, it's cool to see what we could do with that character, since we really don't know
RDF,
much.
I think she's in her early 20s by the time we get around to seeing her in Super. So she would be young in the pre-Super era.
I would say in Revelation F, she's like early teens. Like she's probably
that early. How early is Revelation F adjacent to Dragon Ball Super?
Cell,
like a year post Cell.
Post Cell. Okay, yeah. So that is, I'd say that about lines up on the timeline.
Yeah, no, I'd say so. All right, okay. Next one is the Autistic Goldfish. What's your opinion on what ifs where Chi-Chi passed away, giving birth to Gohan, leaving Goku to raise him without her? We've actually had a few of these, and we feel like it could be a really compelling way of like Goku having to train, quote unquote, to be a good father. And I'm pretty sure that Bulma and the like, everyone would support it, including Ox King. So I think Goku would step up and be a good dad if he was in that position of having to be like a single parent. So it's compelling. I think it would be, it's just, to Goku, it would be a challenge, and he like never backs down from a challenge.
Yeah,
So,
he never backs down from a challenge. So I mean, in the event that Goku had to play the role of a single parent, I think he would actually, it would give him a reason to have to pursue like better social dynamics, come to a greater understanding of like education and stuff like that. Maybe even get a bit more educated himself, though he'd probably need Bulma's help.
Oh yeah, of course.
But like, without Chi-Chi to fall back on, or someone in general to fall back on when it comes to like educating the kids, or kid singular, I guess, you know, he always winds up doing the stuff that he wants to do. But if he had to focus on being a father full time, that I think would create a major motivation for his character to really change.
No, definitely. I feel like that it's something I really like the sound of. And it's definitely a video that could easily be good. I like it. I do like the idea. All right, okay. So our next one is from Sam again. What if Jiro discovered Goku's Saiyan pod and reverse engineered it to make it a spaceship capable of long distance space travel, and thus discovered the big getter stir in space? Short version, what if Meta Cell? Yeah, we had Metal Cell.
That's intriguing. Like, I mean, like, there would be less harmonious. I think Cell would hate being metal.
I think Cell is in a particularly unique situation where I don't know if Cell would accept being part of a unified being with the big Getty Star, because he would perceive it as a parasite that hampers his own perfection, because he was staunchly of the belief that he was perfect, then that something else, it wasn't a flaw with him, it was something else going wrong, right? That's why he gets defeated, etc. I feel like if he encountered the Begedister, then he would probably be working against it as much as anything. It would probably actually be a lot easier to take him out than it was to deal with like Cooler in the movie, just because I don't think Cell would be willing to fully submit to a union with that kind of parasitic being.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Big Getester might not ask Cell nicely, if you catch my drift. So
yeah. Nice. All right, next one is from the autistic goldfish again, and it's Jiren. You can't defeat me. Goku. I know, but he can. Monstered Ultra Instinct saying Krillin joins the fight. That's great. Love it. I know, but he can. Yeah.
that would be the Battle of the Bolts.
The Battle of the Bolds. Yes. Oh. Nice.
But if it was Saiyan Krillin, he wouldn't be bald.
Maybe he would shave by this point.
Yeah, maybe it's like, it's time I get back to my... there needs to be like a period where like, I keep telling you, I'm out of the game, man. It's been too much for me. And then he shaves his head to get back in the zone. To understand what it means to be human. Hey,
to get his mojo back.
Hey, if Toriyama can recycle the whole thing, the same plot with Vegeta 3 times, I can do that with Krillin.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sick of the recycled Vegeta stuff, but I won't go on a rant about it, but I'm so sick of it. I'm just do something else, please.
Tell you what,
Vegeta,
if we get a relevant what if, then maybe we can do that. All right, Pyro. I was wondering, with Janko being in Part 10 of Goku landed in Capsule Corp, wouldn't the realization of Kami and Junior being Namekian come sooner?
Yeah. I mean, I suppose it would, but Namek doesn't really become there really isn't much of a big deal with regards to the origins of Kami and Piccolo until it becomes necessary for them to find new Dragon Balls.
Also, while Namekians are known galaxy-wide, which we know, Namek isn't, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like there are known as pariahs in the lore, more or less.
And also,
Namek isn't a common knowledge.
Yeah, they believe it was just legend. So, yeah, they were hidden. They were really good at hiding themselves away.
Yeah. So yeah, like you may mention that they were Namekians, but like most Namekians Jacko would meet. That's how, you know, like if you piece together the lore that we have from Z, that's the what Granola Arc has gave us is the explanation how Vegeta and Nappa knew about Namekians, right?
Yeah.
Not all Namekians were on Namek. There were some small communities. So yeah, he could meet Namekians, but it's very possible that those Namekians never ever like were on Namek or even heard of them from Hogwarts.
Yeah, again, that's very true. I would definitely have to agree with you on that one. Okay, next one is Panda Walk. What if Cell Jr. became Gohan's rival, sneaks away for 7 years to train in time for the World Martial Arts Tournament. Disappointed by Gohan's lack of training and help fight Boo. Piccolo Jr. Saga plus Boo Saga. There's a part 2. Teenage Cell Jr. I trained 7 years, but you've gone lazy by just studying? Facepalm. My perfect rematch ruined! Never mind. Let's go that pathetic god or whatever. Hope this Boo guy's worth my time. So
I kinda agree, but my biggest disagreement about that is the point with like the longer I think about Cell, the biggest caveat I see in Cell is that I don't see Cell improving that much by training.
yeah.
I think like his power potential comes from more of his biological.
Mm.
So, he
Biological
could learn new
potential.
techniques and stuff like this, but like I think that he could have been, unless you learn otherwise. Like like Gohan with his lighter approach on training would still beat him, which would be annoying,
Oh yeah, we've got. I've noticed that we actually got a couple of more like things from Panda Walk.
But I like this idea.
We got a couple more of things for like dialogue bits. Gohan, let me fight the so-called Demon King. Given your disappointing regression in power, you'll lose. At least I get to have some fun. Hey, Potato Head, how strong is Majin Buu?
He's very strong. And you like fighting strong people, right?
I'm listening. Shin, what's he doing? Vegeta, he's pulling a me. Nice. Yeah, I like that.
Good. That's good stuff.
Thanks, Panda Watt. That's really fun to fun to say.
Fun.
Oh, wait,
we might tackle this.
Pee-wee Penguin Gaming, thank you very much for becoming a super member. Thank you. All right. Next one we have is Bedronius, and it's more lines. Like, it's like, Granola, you abandoned me. Abandoned my hatred. I have destruction Look into my eyes! Vegeta! Defeated and on ground. Venture Bros reference. There you go.
Wow.
Nice. Podo. Watching parts 2 and 3 of the Raditz What If. Oh my. Looks like Bulma wants to stuff a big radish in her mouth and drink down the strong manly juices. Masako.
Oh God!
Masako in an epic shouty voice. Stop it!
Stop it!
If I ever work with Makeship again to do a MasakoX plushie, it needs to be like, but Masako! Stop it! That's if it does like phrases and stuff like that. Okay. Podo then again says, missed opportunity with the Fem Goku What If. Oolong and Goku are very close in age, and the girls he took were all in their age range. What if he fell for Goku and had to go through a character arc becoming an actual fighter, using less ecchi to try and win Goku over? Oh. Okay. That's interesting. It's a good point, actually. Like, if it was a way for like, Oolong redemption arc, like, Oolong tries to actually, step up and become a better person?
One of these days, we're gonna make the April Fool one. What if Oolong was a legendary
Super Swine, yeah.
I am the legendary Super Swine.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's but I like that. It's a sense of like it's a good redemption arc thing. Oolong trying to impress Goku and try and actually win over a girl through legitimate means. So,
I've always thought that Oolong and Poir should have had a little bit more to do over the course of Dragon Ball through Dragon Ball Z, just because they have such a unique power set, and it doesn't get expanded upon at all post Dragon Ball. I mean, even in Dragon Ball, it didn't get really expanded on all that much, and we know that there's an entire, like, school of martial arts that specializes in the transformation technique, and it's just like... That is such an interesting idea. Please do something with that. Just like you should be doing something with magic.
They really should be. Like,
You know.
All right, Poto again. How old is Jukai? Because in the art you posted she looked like a grown woman to me, but in the audio you keep calling a kid. So which is it? Oh yeah, I'd say Jukai's like in her early 20s, but yeah, it's all relative in terms of like different.
You gotta understand that we're all a bunch of old fogies, and so even people in their early 20s are now kids to us.
And don't forget, Kit says, Kit's like probably at least 70. He's because
Yeah.
well, I always like tend to call things kid because yeah, it's because he's an old geezer. Am I right? I'll just ignore that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And so if you're like beyond that scope of like 15 plus years older than someone else, calling them kid is perfectly normal. So if
Yeah.
you've got an entire crew of people that are like over 40 something, then they're going to refer to the 20 somethings more than likely as kid.
Yeah, the most obvious example from pop culture, Luke Skywalker was 19 in New Hope. Han was in his early 30s.
Yeah. Shane 11, thank you very much for becoming a member as well. Welcome to the fold. Thank you. Right on. Okay. Next one is Vulcan. In the Boxer What if Piccolo was raised by the Dragon Team?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, you gotta remember, he's only about the same. He's only a little bit older than Gohan by the time the events of DBZ happen. So, to be perfectly honest, he has been raised by them about the same much as, say, like a kid who goes through social services gets raised by their adoptive parents.
Yeah, like he's like 4 years old when Gohan is
Did
born.
you just liken Z Fighters to social services?
He's somewhere. He's somewhere between like I think like 6.5 and 9 years old by the time when he takes Gohan to train him.
I think
out
he's about
in the
8.
wasteland.
I think it's 8 years old because I think he's 3 when he's Ma Junior at the tournament. Then there's a 5-year time skip, so I think he's about 8 when.
Yeah, he's about
at the
8
Raditz
years
saga.
old.
Yeah, he's 8. So
And
roughly.
then that makes Gohan like what was it 4.5?
Yeah, that's usually about it. Yeah. So
Don't forget about Cell's age.
Oh, I'm 6. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my god.
All right, Poto. When can we see more of young Earth-raised Gine? Well, the thing about that one is, though, I feel like I need to find some interesting locations, like to do those stories. So I need to like look around locations and try and find a good one, because I know that now that lockdown's way easier. I felt like a renegade when I was recording there back in March, given the fact that it was like I'm not really supposed to be going out, but given this is like work, I'm going for work. That's okay. So now I need to like find a field or something like that, or find some kind of cave or something. But
The story outline, like I have the story outlined all the way till the end of Z. So don't worry, it will come.
there is a plan, so don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, Poto again. Reflecting on ideas for my DBX Undertale, what if? Do you think putting Mr. Ebert as a neighboring mountain to Mount Paozu is too plot convenient, or is it okay?
Well, I mean, considering the amounts of plot convenience that have to exist for the crossover to work anyway, it's no more or less convenient, quote unquote, than it is that that in Dragon Ball Z they're always able to just so happen to find a convenient wasteland to fight in.
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
and keep in mind that you can play with this concept, like use those mountains as a contrast to maybe show a prior history of two, like you can make the convenience part of lore. You can easily explain the convenience by the lore.
Yeah, you definitely could. All right. Next one, Podo says, did Lanny have a reaction to Piccolo's house? I wouldn't know. I've not talked to him in ages, so I wouldn't know. But knowing him, probably. I imagine probably there was a gimmick there. Okay. So, Panda Walk, it's good to be back. Lord Masako, insert name here, Shire. How is DBZ Dynasty? Enjoying the entire 3-generation Son family dynamic? I've only read the first few chapters, mate, but I do have it tabbed. It's on my tab list. It's on my Chrome tab every time I I open my computer. So I do have it bookmarked, and I shall read more. So from what I can remember, I am liking it, but it is on my to-do list. But it is there. But yeah, so I think I'm on like chapter 3, Pure-Hearted Purpose. So we shall continue to read more. Okay, next one is Vio Gushinki. So I know that I've asked this before, but I'm hoping for a slightly more in-depth answer. What if Gohan saved Zangia from Bojack at the end of movie 9? I always found that scene to be rather jarring. Well, I suppose if Zangia was saved, she was probably one of the more redeeming people in the group of the Heron of pirates.
Yeah.
You know?
I think she's the one that...
her... Sorry.
Go ahead.
I would make her befriend 18, basically, and her having her own thing, you know, like being a little bit of a, you know, a misfit, like trying something at the beginning, but being, you know, put in place by the Z Fighters. Like, if we were to make a what if, it would probably just convey her story, you know. It wouldn't go into a huge going through every saga after it, just, you know, just showing this character to cope with her new reality.
No, absolutely.
For sure, I would pair her with 18, you know, as friends, because like their upbringing would be pretty similar, because like they're similar personality wise, and they're both kind of you know, misfit ruffians that got, you know, got saved basically, and they're also both kind of badass. So I think it could work. Like I would make them a double act. You know?
Yeah.
No, I'd say so.
That's a pretty good idea, and it works pretty well. You know, there's no.
And I would hook up her with Yamcha. Because come on.
That would be nice, if only to kind of give the two characters something of a bone. But honestly, she wouldn't even necessarily need to be hooked up with anyone per se. But whether or not you did, like, the two people who I see wind up hooked up the most in like the fan community is either Krillin or Gohan, and I don't think Gohan works for age related reasons. And as for Krillin, I'm not actually a big fan of the sort of cat fight thing that they kind of do in the video games with 18 versus Zangia, because she doesn't like Zangia flirting with Krillin or what have you. But I think that they have enough in common that they could probably make good friends without you having to resort to like doing that sort of thing. And she's a character that you could, I mean, all of the Herons really could have done with a bit more development if they'd have gotten to be in something other than just a single movie, you know.
And they can transform, so they are marketable.
Yeah, of course. You can have two toys instead of one. Yeah. All right.
And as for Tien as a potential love interest, Tien has a complicated relationship with Launch in the canon already, but really Tien's martial arts sexual. Tien's like 100% devoted to martial arts in a way that none of the other characters have ever shown in the series.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right there.
You know, and you know, like to me, again, if I hooked her up with anyone, that would be Yamcha, mostly because like Yamcha knew the bandit life. He knew that like there is some common ground that you can find here. You know, not
Yeah.
exactly a marriage in a home thing, but more of like supporting
Yeah.
the relationship. Maybe a little bit distant, a little bit, a little weird dynamic here.
Yeah. No, I can see
Yeah.
that. Alright, Guardian Tree. What if Piccolo trained the Supreme Kai and got the ultimate form after the Buu saga concluded? And what if Piccolo... and then there were... Okay, that's the first one. So, trained Supreme Kai and got the ultimate form. So if we had Ultimate Piccolo, I mean, that could be kind of curious.
Ultimate
Not
Piccolo.
that.
Yeah.
Not only that, but because of Kami, Piccolo should be receptive to God Keys, so...
I feel like Piccolo's also the most mentally balanced because
Yes.
of his synchronization and fusing with Nail and with Kami has left him kind of mentally and spiritually the most balanced of probably any character in the core cast. So if there's one person who really has the potential to make the most out of gaining the ultimate potential unlock and maintaining it, now that we know that if you don't use it, you lose it, basically, by Dragon Ball Super. He's probably the best person for that. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Hap.
Don't worry, don't worry. You know what I kind of realized? Damn it, I wish I added it to a script, but we might discuss it on the other occasion. That ultimate form, by the way of getting it from Kai's, might be the third thing to Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. It might be the Kai thing.
Interesting.
Like, this is a triad,
I like that. I like that idea as far as conceptually goes. I don't know if I could give Toriyama and Toyotaro enough credit for thinking like that because it's Toriyama and Toyotaro.
Yeah.
But I like that thought, and I think that it has a ton of merit.
Yeah.
This is nice. Alright, cool. Bear Forever. What if Goku mastered his Zaro form instead of having his tail removed? Have a great weekend, guys. Oh, sorry, no, my mistake. Before we do that, the second one from Guardian Tree was, what if Piccolo and Gohan got Ultra forms? What would they be? So instead of, we have Ultra Ego for Vegeta, Ultra Instinct. I mean, I think Gohan could easily do Ultra Instinct, and same for Piccolo. Those two are more receptive to that one.
And if you think about it as a sort of id, ego, super ego situation, then you really would have the kind of trifecta if you went with, Ultra Instinct, Ultra Ego, and Ultimate Form. That really does kind of work from the perspective of like id, ego, super ego.
Yeah.
I need to change the script.
Oh no! No! Hab's having a brain blast right now and realizes he needs to rewrite something.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no!
You haven't recorded it yet?
Oh no! No.
Okay. We're changing that. We're changing that.
Okay. Okay, good thing. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay.
You guys get to watch it in real time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
That's how we work, people. That's how those videos
okay.
are born.
Okay.
It's okay. 5 months down the line, you guys can re-release it like a Snyder cut version of it.
All right. So while is busy like doing some like quick equations and stuff. Bear Forever asks, what if Goku mastered his Zaro form instead of having his tail removed? I feel like if he had that form, it really wouldn't do him much of a service going in later into Z. Like, sure, he'd be able to master it and be able to control himself in the giant monkey form, but in terms of the power output, it really wouldn't gain much in terms of the Dragon team. So it's like, to me, it doesn't seem like something that could really, be reliable in the long term. So I ultimately, I don't think it would really yield much in terms of profitable stuff. But yeah, Gobi, he would have a tail, so that's an extra thing you could add into a toy box. There you go. Panda Walk. What if Cell turned good fighters side? What if Cell turned good fighters side story? Just want to see Perfect 21 and Good 21 hug, like the Good Girl 21 hug, become family and fight together against Evil 21. I mean, that would be cool. Like in a parallel universe, you have like the two 21s, and yeah, she's like, "How are you? No time to explain," and all that stuff. You just have all that kind of like nice little dynamic going on there. Yeah, 21 squared. You get 21 squared fighting together. All right. Podo, remember when I told you about Toyble's fan manga where Raditz and Turles were childhood friends? I'm surprised you didn't take any ideas from it for your Turles What If. Well, honestly, the thing is though, we really wanted to try and do something different with Turles, and the fact that we didn't want to like do something conventional. We wanted to like go, okay, if people really want Turles, you really need to go with something completely different and use the latest thing we have in the manga. We don't usually do that, using things that is like right at the latest bleeding edge of the manga of Dragon Ball.
But this clicked so well, so
Yes.
naturally, you know.
We decided to make an exception for such a bold what if. So, yeah.
And you know, like our reasoning again, because like I answered some people in comments about that, but the reason why this what if is like backstory of Turles is because you have to establish a personality for this guy other than, oh, I'm an evil Goku.
Yes, there needed to be some more
In
like,
order to redeem him, he has to have something going for him.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
No, definitely. All right. We're going to have the 5-minute cutoff, just so you know. We've got 5 minutes left to get your what ifs in. So just so you know. Gobi. What if Zamasu was properly tagged and sealed away, but in a data cartridge, like a ROM cartridge or a RAM pack? Consequently, what if that cartridge fell into the wrong hands of someone who could veto with life and his power to fit their own ends, like Uara Daizo or Brashugan in Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo? Okay, so, like, so instead of, like, in the Mafuba, you lock them away in some kind of computer, turn Zamasu into data, and then you somehow exploit said data to your own ends.
It's kind of like in the arc between Power Rangers in Space and Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, when the evil Psycho Rangers were all put onto data cards at the end of Power Rangers in Space, and then in Power Rangers The Lost Galaxy, the villains acquired the Psycho Ranger data cards and freed them to fight the Lost Galaxy Rangers.
Mr. Data, prepare to be exploited. Make it so.
Yeah.
It's interesting because it's like you could wind up having returning characters come back at just the wrong time with some kind of upgrade, upgrades or something like that. Thanks to whoever it is that frees them.
No, definitely. So, okay. Next one is Podo. What if Goku fused with his friends the way Bobobo does, by either devouring them or pushing them up his butt? How awkward would those scenes be? Well, I mean, hey, we had Moro eating 7-3. So, we did have that, to be fair. So, it's like, it would mean a whole new way of fusion. Fusion Nom! Wait, what? That's not how you say.
Good news! It's a suppository. I gotta say though, Bobobo is not something that I expected nor want to see crossed over in any way.
Yes.
With my Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
we have such a bad translation in Poland that it literally makes no sense.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, to be honest, in terms of Dragon Ball, this would be extremely weird lore.
Gosh, you just couldn't resist.
Yeah. Sorry, what? All right, okay. The Somewhere Man. What if Tien and Chaozu never turned good? Oh no, Gobi, that was very intentional. Okay. If they never turned good, I mean, if they'd be like, I suppose if they never did, you just have the Crane School being like a constant rivalry. We'd have the Farnsworth and Wernstrom thing for Dragon Ball.
Well,
So like Shen just turns up randomly, and Roshi goes like, "Shen, I should have known you were involved in this tomfoolery," and all that stuff.
well, if they never turned good, it would have still probably meant they would have still wound up doing the sort of enemies teaming up thing during the King Piccolo arc, because you can bet your butt that Tien wouldn't be willing to let Piccolo take over the world, whether or not he follows Crane School techniques.
Hmm.
But I think it would have made him a consistent, recurring rival and enemy to Goku, such that it would change up the dynamic of the Piccolo Jr. arc a bit.
Yeah.
And then if he was constantly sort of pressing his rivalry against Goku, it would have probably hampered over the course of the time skip from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z. It would have probably hampered Goku's ability to be a decent father to Gohan, which could have seen some developmental changes to Gohan. It would have increased the power levels of pretty much everybody involved in the rivalry, which would be pretty much anyone in the Turtle School versus everyone in the Crane School.
Mm-hmm.
Though I don't think that they would have had such an increase in power that it would matter when Raditz shows up.
Yeah.
But I think that the real trick would have been there on the bit with the rivalry distracting Goku from being a good father to Gohan, because if Gohan then gets taken by Piccolo or taken by Raditz or what have you, depending on how the circumstances, how the cards fall, it could really heighten the disconnect that Gohan feels between his actual biological father and the people who he has a deeper connection with, like Piccolo or whoever else might get involved in his life at that point.
Yeah. Definitely. Wow. Hero of Time, just in the nick of time, goes with a $50 super chat. What if Piccolo never turned good? Well, we sort of explored this in various stories, that if Piccolo never turned good, he would just be like a pain in the Dragon Team's backside. Like, sure, like Piccolo was let go after the end of the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament, but constantly, yeah, they might team up for Raditz, but there's no guarantee that he would actually give Gohan back. So instead of like Piccolo saving Gohan's life, he probably just let the kid die, saying, "Oh, he was useless," and then Goku would like say, "Why didn't you try and save my son?" And just like, "Oh no, your kid couldn't dodge," or something like that.
My son.
What?
My son.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah,
My
essentially...
son.
What?
Nothing.
I'm sorry.
I don't get it. But yeah, I hope that answers your question, Hero of Time, and thank you very much. And just like that, to just show the demonstration, we are going to say that super chats are now closed. Thank you very much for your contributions, everybody. If you do get a super chat, it's not a guarantee we'll be able to answer it in the stream, or you're doing it out the kindness of your own heart. Thank you very much. Right, so Dark Snake X5 with Cronoa. Trunks, Tora's escaped. Summon some teenagers with attitude. Power Ranger music plays. Go Cyber Buster. No, go Cyber Buster. Boo doo boo doo boo. Go Cyber Buster. You mighty morphin Cyber Buster.
I love it.
No, that's a good timeline.
I want an actual musical cover stat.
Oh, that's a good timeline. The Bulma training like Goku. I need to actually do the next one for that. Timothy Ron. What if King Cold turned good? I mean, in theory, with King Cold, he could easily become good if the business actually dictated it so.
Yeah.
If it turned out that profitability was actually being a good person, if I were to do that, then I'd be absolutely a good person in a heartbeat. Where are some kittens that I can kiss to show you how good I am now?
If benevolence paid dividends, then King Cold would definitely be a benevolent ruler. The thing is that as it is right now, and as it is in most cases, profitability and kindness don't often go even hand in hand. So you'd have to write the story in such a way that he found a period of time in his life in which he could have been benevolent for long enough that he grew to enjoy it.
No, definitely. Mangatry. What if Oob was born early? What if Oob was born on the same day as Goku and being born human? And what if Goku and Bulma found Oob on Earth when looking for the Dragon Balls? How would that change the stories of Dragon Ball all the way to DBS? If Oob was born early, well, Boo is still in a ball, so he'd just be a human.
Yeah, but it can be, it can be a time loop thingy, like in a certain order. What if?
I mean, yeah, potentially. If you like, and then have a time paradox when you get to the Boo Saga, and Oob has a story arc.
I think we will keep a note of it.
We'll make a note of this. We'll make a note of this, Mangatry. Just so you know. Hernan Gonzalez. What if Raditz and Goku were twins and Raditz landed at the Red Ribbon Army? Oh man, you'd have edgy twin brother. The evil twin who works for Capsule Corp.
Oh my god. So, okay, so wait. So, which of the brothers is landing where?
Raditz with Capsule Corp.
Raditz lands at Capsule Corp, and Goku lands at the Red Ribbon Army.
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay, well, Goku, if we're going to go based off of the idea that Jiro doesn't immediately vivisect him, then Goku being trained by an actual military force
and
would
probably
give him
a cyborg
to develop his power pretty quickly. Whereas Raditz, who has a naturally higher power level but tries to stay out of situations that would actually lead it to its development, would stay stagnant for a while.
Yeah.
The real question then becomes how deeply is Raditz going to be able to reach in there and actually find the little brother that he may or may not care about.
Goku. In this story, we are making Goku basically ultimate weapon. His Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah. He is without Maria.
And Gobi brings up a good point that considering the imperative by the Red Ribbon Army at the time was androids and cyborgs.
Yeah.
Jiro may have even taken it a step further and given Goku involuntary cybernetic enhancements. It would be a pretty gruesome picture. Honestly, it sounds almost like the setup for like a seinen version of Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. All I got to say to that is dark.
Yeah,
dark.
And Goku is safe, and we see Jiro sublab, and all right, my minions, activate phase 2, and we see VATs of Goku clones.
Oh god, clone! Oh god, it's the Clone Saga all over again.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, by the
Jiro
way,
was the jackal all along.
Yeah.
Oh, Hero of Time actually did a $20 super chat earlier, so thank you very much for the $70. Thank you very much, Hero of Time. Magic Cardboard Box. What if Raditz turned into a great ape against Goku and Piccolo? I would have to play the sound. Because quite frankly, if he did, they'd be toast. Like, power level of like 14,500 against them. No.
Yeah, if Raditz had the opportunity to turn into Nozaru, it would have ended the fight then and there.
Yeah.
I largely suspect that he didn't, because Toriyama hadn't come up with the idea of the artificial power ball yet. But if you take it from like a non-meta perspective, he probably didn't know the right distribution of energy or whatever. He didn't know the formula, as it were, for generating a false moon power ball. so he couldn't have done it in the daytime, when the full moon's not out and stuff like that. So it was just a bad time for him to pick a fight with everybody. But
Yeah.
if the full moon
Also,
had been available to him,
also he might not know that Goku cannot turn into an Ozaru without a tail.
Oh yeah.
oh, he does outright say that by losing his tail, he's lost his
okay.
ability to
Oh
transform
yeah,
at the full of the moon.
Raditz does that. Okay.
Yeah, Raditz knows that.
Because I couldn't remember if it was Raditz or Vegeta. Okay, so he does
Yeah,
know.
he says you've lost your ability to transform.
Yeah, but you know, there's still Gohan.
There is still Gohan. Yes.
That is very true. Oh wow, Dark Snake comes in with another $50 super chat. Wow, thank you. Hey Masako, if I was to write a Dragon Ball R&R Christmas story and send it to you, would you do it this coming Christmas also? What would be the best method to send it? You could send it to the Masako mailbag email and we could take a look at it. And then if it's something that we like, Have and I like the sounds of, we could try and cobble something together. Like, it would probably have to be relatively short, but at least a couple of minutes. We could do it as an audio thing.
Yeah, an audio thing mostly. Animation takes time, even when it's just still animatics.
Although, just so you know, we have actually recruited somebody to help out on episode 7, and they've been rocketing through it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're actually looking like we can get episode 7 out this year. It's looking good, and if it really goes well, yeah, we might be able to get more. So just so you know, but yeah, no, our latest recruit has been very impressive. So let's just say, just so you know, we've managed to kickstart production of episode 7 again. So like, yeah, it's been good. All right.
With that having been said,
yes, of course,
I am gonna have to bid everybody adieu because I have to prep for the afternoon bus driver run. So I'm going to talk to you guys later. It was really great being back, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of the stream. And I'll see you guys on the next one.
Okay.
Catch you
take
later.
care.
Really
Have a good one.
Superhero. She's changing into her superhero.
Yes, exactly.
Really.
There you
I have
go.
to go save the day by finding any nearby phone booths.
Yes. Okay. Take care.
Bye.
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 Oh, that's good. All right. Let's continue with Paul Dunbar. What if Gohan and Zanya had a daughter? What would she look like? If they did, probably the bushy hair of Zanya, but with like bluish skin, I'd say.
Depends, or or either orange, Zangia hair and orange, and Gohan's Gohan's complexion, or the other way around. So have on blue skin with black hair.
Yeah, but once again, it's always down to chemical chance. Chemical chance. All right, the Shy 1000. What if Android 19 survived and turned good? If he did, I imagine he could easily have a good job in the circus in the circus ring. Yeah, bring Master 19.
Like out of all androids, like he has the least personality because he like Jiro didn't bother to give him an actual mind of his own. So I think he would be turned into a gardener slash I don't want to say servant bot, but like a service type of bot, like being around and helping, like a helper bot.
Gobi says that. Oh no, he's an accountant. 19 from accounting. There you go. All right, Gobi. What if Travis Touchdown existed in the DBverse as Launch's sibling, who she runs into now and then, sometimes getting into crazy mischief? Also, Launch's blonde state could be her own oddly erratic, sneeze-induced version of the strawberry on the shortcake dark side mode trance.
He would break a fourth wall and try to fight the gag characters.
Oh yeah, he totally would do that. I mean, yeah, exactly. And also, yeah, you're gonna have Spell Tiger in there. You're gonna have the bike. You're gonna have the talking bike in there. Yeah, because we have Oatmeal. Who's to say that Spell Tiger couldn't be in there? All right, Shane Levin. What if all the Namekians got destroyed along with Namek instead of being wished away to Earth? Well, we'd have no Purunga, that's for sure. If all the Namekians were to die out, and, like, everybody were, then I would have to play the sound for the future of Dragon Ball going forward. Yeah, it's been unfortunate, but Namekians are very important to the story.
Yep.
Alright, Sam Hennis. What if spicy food was Goku's one weakness and Vegeta's favourite food? The one battlefield which Vegeta reigns supreme against the clown Kakarot. Ah yes, Kakarot. I am taking you to my ultimate battlefield. An Indian restaurant! Now, care to try the Vindaloo? Or are you too chicken? Or are you just a mere chicken korma? Yeah.
You know, I just go for flavor, but for you, I'm prepared to dial it up to Farl.
Which is like the hottest you can get. Yeah.
But he would be like, I'm happy for you, best buddy.
Yeah.
I hate you.
You just... Oh, you ruined the fun! There you go. Alright, okay. It's Alphadillo Gonaticus. Love that name. What if Beerus taught Vegeta Ultra Ego before the Tournament of Power, knowing he'd never perfect UI? Also, it's been a while. Hi. Hello, Alphadillo. Good question. If Beerus taught Vegeta this, yeah, I think it could have been a very interesting fight between him and Toppo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think Toppo would have been, like, decimated.
Yeah. I think it would be like, I think Vegeta would dominate him. At least in the manga, it is hinted that why the mortal level of Universe 7 isn't the highest. Beerus might be one of the stronger GODs.
I think they say that Beerus is like number 5 or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
he's above average.
So he actually, in terms of strength, he might be after the 4 top ones.
Yeah.
And he might have this rivalry with Champa and Belmont being close to him. So I can imagine if Beerus taught him Ultra Ego, I think Vegeta could not only take Topo but Jiren as well.
Yeah.
Ultra Ego.
AVS. What if Yamcha didn't save Bulma from getting hit by the semi-truck before the first tournament in Dragon Ball? Oh. Well, then Bulma probably would be dead. The Dragon Radar would still be around, but they'd have to use the Dragon Balls to bring Bulma back. But, yeah. Yamcha, I think probably that's them done as a couple. If she got brought back.
Yep. Awkward.
Yeah, that would be very awkward if he didn't save her. Sean Dever. What if Cell was resurrected and had a form called Emerald Cell that mixed Golden Frieza with Super Saiyan Blue? That's a good idea. That's a good alternative to Bronze Cell. You had Emerald Cell.
Yep.
And again, it's to connect with, you mean the Chaos Emeralds? You say, bitch, I am a Chaos Emerald.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. Yeah. His little crown sparkles with green. It's a good idea. I feel like it's a bit more novel than just Bronze Cell.
Yeah, or gold, or...
Yeah.
We choose bronze because he would mock Frieza with the color.
Oh no, Bronze
Because
Cell
it is-
worked for our What If, for Perfect 21.
Yeah.
But for the regular Perfect Cell, not so much.
Yeah.
It worked for the purposes of our story.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Stippy Gib. For the next April Fools, you should do a non-Dragon Ball What If, like, what if Dio turned good or something? Well, maybe we could branch out. I mean, given what Marvel's doing with their What Ifs, who knows? We might dabble in other series if we can gain enough knowledge. But it should certainly... I mean, let's just say JoJo would be a decent candidate. So I know a decent amount of JoJo.
Yeah, one time we actually are going to ask you guys.
Yes,
what
we will.
what would you be interested in? Because we
Yes.
actually talked about this some time ago, and
Yeah. No, we do have an idea about doing something similar to
Yeah.
this. So
Yeah.
do watch this space.
Yeah.
Right. Jamlin Mapper. What if Mr. Satan actually beats Cell? If he beats Cell like the reconstruction of Seti did, then I imagine Perfect Cell would have probably in hell been just ridiculed for the rest of eternity by Frieza. In that, I can't believe you were destroyed by that thing. It's like,
yeah,
he was
like-
more Afro than man!
Yeah, like the Mr. Satan one is one that is hanging above us. Like we are going to tackle it, but we need to find a cool, interesting way in which we can make it possible.
Yeah, no, we can't just, yeah, we... I feel like it's something that you need to tread carefully with.
Yeah.
The Somewhere Man. What if low-class Saiyans were all inferior clones of a more powerful warrior? They'd be much more expendable. I mean, you know, it's a decent theory that...
That could explain, why they are so similar to each other, so few, phenotypes and hairstyles.
Yeah, I mean, that could easily explain it, and with the whole nursing capsule thing, like, maybe they had, like, a theory of, like, potentially they try and, like, make Frieza, or they might try and make clones quickly, and they're low, but they're successful, but they're not very strong, so they're, like, grunts and stuff.
Yeah, that would make Turbo as a clone of Bartok, in that sense.
Yeah.
That's why
Radthremon. Oh, go, sorry?
That's why he seeked for the fruit, because like he needed some power.
Alright, Radthremon. What if Raditz went to take Goku at King Piccolo Saga? Could King Piccolo temporarily ally with Goku to defeat
They
Raditz?
wouldn't stand a chance.
No, they wouldn't. I mean, I'm playing the sound because that would be extremely tricky because King Piccolo's nowhere near strong enough.
The only way this saga could be saved is if we got Kamikolo. Kamikolo would be the only character strong enough.
Yeah.
to...
If you got that, then maybe it could work. But other than that, no. Alright, the Somewhere Man. What if after a certain number of wishes were made, Shenron got to make a wish of his own? I mean...
I want a cup of coffee.
It's like, you know what? I would actually like a cup of coffee. It's like, do you know how stressful this thing can be? You know, I need a cup of Joe. So, give that. It's just like a cup of coffee. So, you know, I think it'd be an interesting insight into Shenron's personality when you actually see that.
Yeah.
Alright, Gobi. What if Goten, Trunks, and Marin stunted growth was from a GHD like Andy Milanakis? Or like a growth health disorder? I'm not sure what that is.
Jesus.
So, growth hormone deficiency, like dwarfism. Oh, dude, Gobi! I mean, hey, alright, fine, I'd feel very sorry for them and it would explain a lot, but Toriyama, Toei, why? No, that's weak. That's really, really dark. Oof, jeez. I would say maybe that would explain things, but okay. Sorry, I just looked up on the Google thing and they say alternative things. But no, sorry about that, Gobi. But yeah, growth hormonal deficiency. I mean, yeah, it would explain a lot, but it'd be like, oh, that's rough, buddy. That's like rough. Oof. Pee-wee Penguin Gaming. What if Majin Buu was never sealed and instead of destroying, he does what he does in Xenoverse and had created a big family, creating a Majin race? That would make a drastic change to the story. Well, actually, Pee-wee, he did in the Dragon Ball Online timeline. That's what he did, because he got very lonely, and decided to make a clone of himself and had a family. So that's exactly what happened in the Dragon Ball Online timeline. It just happened earlier. So he just ended up having kids, which are just clones of himself, but it would be something wholesome. All right, Sword Fighter, thank you very much for your super chat. And then Don Knows All. What if Vegeta decided to keep Gohan from slacking off after the Cell Saga? Well, we probably would be less likely having Majin Vegeta, because we would have Vegeta actually having something to focus on, less resentful toward Gohan, which was the catalyst that made him into a Majin. So we would have, Vegeta with a strong moral compass and strong confidence. So essentially, it would be very difficult for Babidi to try and control him. But yeah. Graham, have you watched Death Note? If so, what if the Death Note fell into the world of Dragon Ball, and who do you think would fit it? Or find it? I haven't watched Death Note, actually, but I know the basic premise. But in terms of who would find it?
I would give it to someone hilarious, and they would just write the names, I would actually put it in Toriyama verse and put it in Penguin Village.
Oh yeah, Dr. Slump's hometown.
Yeah, and Adwala finds it and writes the names of her friends, characters they meet, and Dragon Ball characters happen to get there, and nobody makes the connection until it's too late.
Oh no, that's oof, jeez, that's the darkness. Okay. Next one is Principal Theories. What if King Cold never gave his empire to Frieza? Well, Planet Vegeta would still be around, probably. And I feel like I think probably that would be a interesting thing. Frieza would probably be always in training and always in always having basic theories. What do you think, Av?
Well, first off, I think he would, focus more on the, let's say, on making deals. Like, he would make people make stuff for him instead of invading planets. He would buy them and sell them. I think the empire would be less genocidal.
Yeah, he would actually be quite shrewd in who he actually, had in his empire and know their value instead of just blindly destroying them on a whim. Very much sure. Sean Foe would be a short one, but it has potential. What if movie 13 happened in the future timeline while Gohan and the androids were around? Power scaling is messy, but the potential for cool team-ups make it worth ignoring that. I mean, that's a cool idea. I mean, movie 13 is a very cool movie in that it has kaiju, and Hirudegan's first form is terrifying. Probably it'd be an interesting way of Gohan, Trunks, and the androids teaming up, because they want to make sure that the world doesn't get destroyed. So interesting potentially, but I feel like it could be a curious thing about how they would deal with the kaiju, because I feel like 17 would originally go, "Oh man, that's cool! I've always wanted to fight a giant monster." There you go. And then they all go, "But you're a giant monster." I mean the different kind, an actual literal giant monster. That kind of stuff. All right. Tanya Barnes, sorry. A combo of two what ifs. What if Bardock convinced the Saiyans, and what if Gine went to Earth with Goku? It would still follow the same scripts until Raditz shows up, talks with Mom, leaves, and finds Bardock with the others. I mean, potentially, if you really wanted to have a crossover between two what ifs, that would be a potential starting point. You have the two stories kind of split off from each other, because you do have in part 0 of the Gine one, Gine being sent away. So if you really wanted to do a little bit of finagling, you could maybe have that. So yeah, I feel like it's a potential. You just have to kind of make sure that they don't meet up until part 3 of it at the very least, where you get Raditz, and then things kind of like converge almost. So yeah, I definitely would say that. There you go. All right, Sword Fighter. I wanted to ask you guys about the humans in Dragon Ball. How different would Dragon Ball be if the Z Fighters had their own advantages like Ultra Instinct? Well, that's the kind of thing that we want, really. We want the humans to have their own powers. I mean, I did a video about transformations about primordial power for the Half Saiyans. That gives them some kind of power. So, I feel like if you had that, that'd be good for the Half Saiyans. So if you don't want to give them just Super Saiyan for the nth time, you could then maybe like have Ultra Instinct for some like Krillin or Piccolo. You could. Or we have Kaio Henshin, which is what Sophie B comes up with on her channel. So that's always that. So we definitely have good ideas about what we want to bring the humans for, to like bring them up to closer to the Saiyans almost. It's difficult, but it's possible.
Yeah, and if you're not going to do that, with the old cast, just expand the new characters like Oob, like Maron.
Yeah. All right, the Stargazer. What if Tarbal was sent to Earth? Instead of being sent to a remote star, King Vegeta sends Tarbal to Earth. He might even land at Capsule Core. Probably similar initial story to what we do in our Boxer What If, in that they love him as love him like a son, but they keep his identity a secret just for the sake of his own privacy
and there might be something really interesting when Goku meets him and they realize that they both have tails.
Yeah, that could be a curious thing. And then you kind of go down the rabbit warren, and then Dr. Briefs kind of unearths the truth or puts it together. Alright, Omega Shenron Dragon. What if there was a super version of each Z movie? That'd be a video in of itself if you wanted to convert the stories into different ideas. But potentially, like with Dead Zone, you could easily make the kid Pan instead of Gohan. So you could have that potentially. But in terms of that, you just need to like up the stakes a bit, because obviously you've got like God Key being played into effect. You need to find some ways of nerfing God Key or making the Garlic Jr. having an equivalent that could fight God Key off at a decent click. Like the Makio Star has some kind of like God Key negating powers. But yeah, it's all about having to balance things out with God Key. That's the biggest hurdle. Sean Dever. What if Goku trained with the GP during the Moro arc rather than Mirrors? Would the GP be a better teacher like in Super Dragon Ball Heroes? Oh yeah, no doubt. Like, the Grand Priest is like in the top 5 strongest beings in the multiverse. So, if you had the GP training, you probably would get Moro being beaten quicker. Yeah, there's no telling about the whole Senzu Bean thing, but, the fight would be a bit quicker, at the very least.
Yeah. And it's very likely that GP is number 2 in those strongest 5.
Yeah,
doesn't have to be number 5.
They're very coy about that, but he's probably number 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Bear Forever. What if Goku got Super Saiyan 4 early? Depends how early. If he got that at the end of Z when he was fighting Kid Buu, probably would be enough to destroy Kid Buu at the very least.
And beat Beerus.
Yes.
Not defeat him, but beat him enough so he won't get bored.
Yes, it'd be very compelling at that time.
If let's say it would be around by early you mean Frieza Saga? Oh boy.
Oh.
There's still the hard virus, but still.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's a new one.
Yeah. I'm charismatic. What if Kaba was Goku's son and trained him or little brother? He would debut during the Saiyan Saga to battle against Raditz and help Goku. Well, I mean, he has potential, but there's no telling about whether he has more potential than Gohan. So, yeah, that's the thing to consider here. It's about how much potential did Kaba have when he was a kid and when he had it now. So, that's the thing to consider. So, I don't think it would really be something you know, all that good and telling in comparison to Gohan. I think Gohan just worked for the story at the time. Okay. Guardian Tree. What if Android 16 got upgraded with 19's energy absorption and upgraded himself with Cell's time machine? Android hit? Oh man, so 16 just like straight up just augmented his parts with other androids and time machines, and it's like, oh man, Android 16 who could absorb energy and stop time. That would be pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah.
You know, as in like, you know, Hit's doing his thing, and then 16's just like, hey, what's up there? You shouldn't be doing that. What? I thought my time skip was unbeatable. It is. Except by me.
Keep your eyes on the birdie.
Oh, what bird? There's bird. There you go. Stephen Vieira. What if Goku was sent to Beerus's planet? We've had this quite a few times, actually. But essentially, he would probably be ended up... Oh, DB Taro, we're actually reading the super chats when they were actually placed. So we do have a queue. So we are reading them as they were sent. If Goku was sent to Beerus's planet, he'd tell Whis to deal with it. Whis would probably be thinking it's a nice little fun activity for a while. But ultimately would then, like, find some kind of place to let the kid, like, actually grow up. But he would keep an eye on the kid from time to time. You know, it's a curiosity. It was something interested in for a day.
On the planet where he could grow up.
Yeah. Alright, Rad 3mon. What if Frieza was sent by mistake as an infant on Earth before Goku? May have been found by Roshi's master when he was young. Like, oh, baby Frieza raised by Roshi.
The problem is that we don't know how, you know, infants of this race work. If they, like... Because if he had the complete consciousness... It is kind of hinted that, you know, that Frieza in Broly, like, at the beginning, is a little larva, so... If he was, you know... If he was conscious... Earth would be doomed. Like, he would conquer Earth.
Yeah, I would say. I'd have to play the sound halfway.
Because remember, the power that Frieza has, he got, like... Before Resurrection F, Frieza haven't trained a day in his life. Like, it's the power he was born with. So he was as powerful from the moment he was born. So you would have Frieza Saga Frieza on Earth.
Yeah, essentially. Jeez. Alright, Wild Wolf Gaming. What if Vegeta fought first instead of Nappa when they arrived on Earth? Oh, man. He'd be toying with them. I'd play that. Play the sound. And he'd enjoy it. He would, like, be... Oh, Vegeta! I didn't even get a chance to fight him! So, I'm sorry. I do apologize, Nappa. But it was too much fun.
And at least you are not dying in these stories.
Ah, yeah, that's true. Wait, what? Never mind, Nappa. It's just the pride talking. Ah, like the other time, Vegeta. Yes, sure. Alright, okay. Panda Walk. April Fool's What If? What if Goku got split personality between his normal self and comically evil Kakarot? Persona changes between head injuries. Ah.
We had that a few times, actually.
We've had this a few times, but it'd be interesting to see how the personalities would work with each other. Like, you know, Launch has to come into how to deal with split personalities and actually gives them worthwhile advice.
It would be like evil French Goku.
Yeah, exactly. Alright,
anyway, an evil French Goku accent.
I would not try and do my best with... I won't try the French accent right now. Kobo. Hey, sent you a letter with Naruto cards. Oh, thank you, dude, but I think my P.O. box isn't active right now. It's just because, you know, it wasn't really gaining much interest and it was costing quite a bit to maintain. Maybe in the future, if there is more interest for a P.O. box, I might look into it, but for now, I'm sorry, I think that might be sent back to you soon. But I do appreciate the sentiment, though. Papa Podo. What do you think reformed Oolong X Fem Goku would have been like if the supposed character arc would have led to it? Probably you know, I think I noticed in the chat about the mention that Goku comes up with pet names based around bacon. It's like, oh, my little pig in a blanket. My little pig in blanket. Oh. It's like, oh. Yeah. So, probably I think it'd be cute. It'd be wholesome. There's bacon-related name puns. And, you know, Goku, your boyfriend's a pig. Well, yeah, of course he is. He is a pig. And it's like, what? Why are you okay with that? Hello there. Oh, he actually is. Oh, I am so sorry. There'd be funny misunderstandings at the very least. Oh, Red Dragon. It's like, hey, my little baconator, how's it going? It's just like, oh, that's his name in bed, the little baconator. Yeah, potentially. DB Taro, thank you very much for super chat. Then we have I Am Charismatic. What if Grandpa Gohan beat the Ozaru Goku and survived, but barely? It'd be interesting. I think he would tell Goku, wear dark glasses when you go out at night. But I think at the very least it would be, you know, he would survive, but he would at least learn a valuable lesson. You know, either get rid of the tail or give Goku sunglasses to wear at night.
I mean, he wouldn't realize that it comes from the tail, I think.
Yeah, but at the very least he would probably realize, ooh, that happened when the full moon occurred.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, that's what we did with Gine, right? Like, Grandpa Gohan was a little bit younger, so he survived and realized that, you know, that the full moon is the problem.
Yeah, no, exactly. DB Taro. What if Jarko found Goku on Earth and was trained in the Galactic Patrol put on another planet? Jarko probably would have been like, you know, oh, I'll have a Saiyan as a lackey. That would be really cool. No one's ever done that before. And then he realizes exactly why it's never been done before, because Saiyans are terrible at clerical work. So he then just chucks him on another planet or something, just to rot or something. And then he would regret his decision in the fullness of time. But anyway, administrative hijinks would ensue. And then Taro comes in again with, what if Frieza wasn't born or never took control of the Empire? Well, we did cover that just now. It would probably be a more benevolent empire, and Planet Vegeta wouldn't have been destroyed, because King Cole sees the value in it.
Dragon Ball wouldn't happen.
Yeah, Dragon Ball wouldn't happen, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, Gobi, thank you very much for the super sticker. Pee-wee Gaming, Pee-wee Penguin. What if Majin Buu was never sealed and pulled a Xenoverse and created a Majin race? Oh, I think you've done this before, Pee-wee, but we have answered your question there. But thank you for the extra super chat. Alphadillo Gonaticus. What if Frieza became so cocky after Bardock's attempt to get him that he kept him alive as a sort of cruel punishment and was teamed with Vegeta's group? Oh, so he captures Bardock, he makes him watch Planet Vegeta be destroyed and says, this was all your fault, you know. You should not have antagonized me. And just makes him, like, rue the day and make him responsible. You are the destroyer of the worlds. Just like that. So, yeah. Okay, Wild Wolf Gaming. What if Krillin ended Vegeta on Earth when he had the chance during the Saiyan arc? If Krillin ended Vegeta on Earth, then I probably would, like, say... I think we've done that a couple of times in a similar way. You'd have a bit more trouble on Namek. You'd need to... but you would definitely have a bit of an easier time with Semi-Perfect Cell. At the very least.
Question, would Frieza even, like, be in the story?
Probably, because they heard about the Dragon Balls on Namek from the Scouter.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, pretty much. I'd say they have an easier time on Namek, in a way, but not so much in another. They'd have to come up with more creative ways to deal with Ginyu. So, yeah. But in a way, you'd be less likely to tear your hair out. But yeah. Podo, no worries about the spam. It's all good. Nerd King comes in with a £50 super chat. Hi, hope you're all well. My what if question is based on the new movie's title. What if Goku became a superhero? Like, took a costume and named like a certain other hero? What would the costume look like and his hero super name be? I imagine probably he'd be like, I don't know, do I just call myself the Great Super Saiyan? Or the Super Saiyan? And then Vegeta's like, no, you are not calling it that!
He would use his Saiyan name as his superhero name.
Yeah, he just
and he would
Yeah,
call himself Hey Carrot.
yeah, he's Hey Carrot. Hey Carrot. Or he has the K and it's K Carrot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'd definitely be that. Green costume with a yellow cape, like a carrot. There you go. But yeah, thank you so much, Nerd King. Next one is Stevie. What if the Vegeta's God form turned him into an Ozaru? It'd be a callback to Saiyan planetary destruction. Plus, we got Ultra Instinct Goku Ozaru Vegeta team up. I mean, hey, cool. Like, that's cool. You could have, like, the God of Destruction is like an Ozaru human hybrid. Like you get with Smart Hulk, almost. So you just get, like, a big, you just get this big, yeah, like a big bulky Ozaru, but with more humanoid body. So that would be really cool to see. Just like, you know, halfway house between regular Saiyan and an Ozaru. So I would have that. Okay, next one. Rage Creator 2996. What if Vegeta never killed Nappa? Probably you get the whole Nappa turned good thing. Yeah, because, you know, Vegeta would still call Nappa useless, leave him to it. He just wouldn't kill him. So you just get Goku like saying he's learned his lesson, all that stuff. So you get the Nappa turned good verse. So the Nappa verse would be born. And Justin Novalis, what if Goku raised Gohan like a Saiyan? Well, with more food for a start, and probably training him like more in the art of battle, probably would have been a bit more conflicting with Chi-Chi, because I don't think Chi-Chi would take kindly to the Saiyan way. At the very least, yo. Well, come on, Chi-Chi. We did not study as Saiyans. We Saiyans only studied the art of battle. And then, you know, he is going to study a book, and that's that! Yes, dear. All that kind of stuff. He would try, but would ultimately fail with Chi-Chi there, at the very least. Alright. And with that, I believe we are done. Thank you very much, everybody, for your contributions. They've been very much appreciated, and they've been really good ideas. We have definitely taken them into account, and who knows where they might end up in the fullness of time. Once again, we'd like to thank Sophie for being available with her very busy schedule. And of course, Haverock, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you, it was a pleasure.
Yes, so we shall see you again very soon. Tomorrow we will be having What If Barbary Turned Good Part 2. So look forward to that coming out. And after that, who knows where we might get. But until then, everybody, I hope you have a very good rest of your day, a good weekend, and we shall see you again very soon. Red Dragon, the Mortal Kombat Z. I don't believe I got it. Can you send it again, please? So, anyway. We shall see you again soon, everybody. Take care. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.